and greetings to all of you. As you have seen in my previous videos, I have shared certain experiences of mine with regard to psoriasis. In this video, from video 5 to video 8, I will be talking about my experience of my first encounter with psoriasis and then how life progressed after that till date. So video 5 to 8 will give you a clear picture of how I got this particular ailment, how I discovered this, and my treatment, over the years, 20-25 years, and till date, that is June 2. So friends, this all started 34 years back. I'm 44 now. So at the age of 10, I was 10 years old when, I discovered that I got, this particular ailment, psoriasis. I was a young child, and I was born and brought up on a farm. We had a farm, we had a poultry farm, and life was very good, with the chicken and cows and all the digging and trees, as you know, a farm life. So I was enjoying my life, and I was going to school, coming back, having a wonderful life, playing football with my friends, etc. And our farm was, away from the city, that is the Bangalore city, Bengaluru in India, Karnataka. So we were on the outskirts of the city, and life was very good, very nice. It was going smoothly. One fine day, my mother, as all children, I used to trouble to take a bath. So I never used to have a bath. I would have a bath, once in 5 days, once in a week, or once in 3 days or something, when my mother pushed me or forced me. So one of those days when mom came and said, "Come, it's time for your bath. You start, get ready for a bath." I was creating all the tantrums and all that children do and resisting a bath. But anyway, I had to take a bath. So when my mother was giving me a bath, she discovered that on my back there was a white patch. Okay, it was we used to get those old 1 rupee coins. It was quite a big patch, and mommy removed the skin and it started itching. So I said, "Yeah, it's itching. You scratch over there. It's feeling nice." So then she said her immediate reaction was, uh, this is what happens when you don't take a bath and you don't, have bath on a daily basis, etc., etc., like all mummies and all. And, now see what has happened, etc. We took it lightly. But after that, I went off to play, etc. But mom knew the problem. She knew because mummy was a qualified nurse, and she had an experience of psoriasis with her father. So her father had this particular ailment on the elbows and knees. We had a big set of encyclopedias at home. See, those days there was no internet in India. We didn't have internet. We didn't have access to mobile phones. Life was very different. It was very, very different at that time. We cannot imagine life, you know, uh, during those days. Wonderful life, but so she referred the encyclopedias and she took out the section which deals with skin and all the skin ailments, and she found psoriasis over there. And then she knew that this is psoriasis because all the symptoms and the way the patch looked, etc. And she connected it with her dad having psoriasis. So my mother was the first person to have diagnosed that I have psoriasis. So the next day we went to the Air Force hospital, Air Force station close by in Yelahanka. My father was in the Indian Air Force, so he was a retired fighter pilot. And we went there, met the doctor. So the doctor also said, yes, we suspect that it is psoriasis, and we need to do a biopsy, which is done at the command hospital, the main command hospital in city. So the next day, my dad took me to command hospital, and my biopsy was done. And the reports came after a few days. By that time, the rashes, I mean the patches, started increasing rapidly on the back and the stomach region. And the report came saying, yes, positive for psoriasis. It is psoriasis, and we need to start treatment. So my dad took me again to the doctor, and the treatment, they explained the condition, and they said, see, this particular ailment, a lot of research is being done on this. It's a very rare skin ailment, and there is no permanent cure as such. You can just hope for the best, and we can start on medication, etc., which will reduce the scaling. It will reduce the growth, etc., of the skin, to make the patient feel more comfortable. So they put me on medication, not tablets. I was very young at that time, so I don't know why there was no medication. It was just an ointment that was given, which had a wonderful medicine smell. I still, when I think of that, I still get that sense of smell in my mind. So I had to apply this. You could just say it looked like grease. How we apply grease on, for the ball bearings, etc. So it looked like that, and I would apply this grease every day. From those days, I had psoriasis on my scalp, complete scalp. Forehead was not so much. I didn't have anything on the face, but from neck downwards, the complete body was covered with psoriasis. You could say 80-85% of my body had, been covered with psoriasis. So I used to apply this grease in the morning, apply it complete whole body, and then sit in the sun, play, and by evening, body would remain supple, soft, etc. By evening, normal day-to-day activities, sleep, get up. When I used to get up in the morning, there used to be a handful of skin scales that we used to take out from the bed sheet, from the bed. You just dust it, and you would get a handful of, this white scale skin, which and again we had to put the ointment, and this was on a daily basis it was happening. Now, with regard to this kind of treatment, my schooling got disrupted, so I would go to school very rarely. And this condition lasted for about a year and a half. I was putting this ointment and, managing life, etc. I was small at that time, so it didn't hit me so hard. I was still playing and all, and not going to school. So that was, something that I was positive about. So I say, okay, I can spend time on the farm. I don't have to go to school. So that was something. A child's mind is very different. Then one day, I used to get fed up of this grease. At that time, I hated ointments. I was a very funny chap. I didn't like this oil, ointment coming onto me, etc. Got fed up. So one day my mummy gave me a bath, and the skin growth was quite a lot. It had grown quite much, and she gave me a bath, and my whole body was burning. I remember it was post lunch, evening time. While giving me my bath, my mother started crying. I also was crying. I couldn't bear it. It was just like my whole body was on fire. And after my shower, she put a chair out under the tree. There was a huge rain tree we had on our farm, huge tree, very beautiful tree. And I was sitting. She said the cool breeze will cool it down a little bit. So I was in my vest and coping with this, but the pain was horrible that day. I couldn't. It was like my whole body was on fire. I didn't know what was happening. And that was the time, first time in my life. This first discovery of psoriasis was when I was 10 years old. This was about a year and a half, so about 11 and a half years old. I was sitting over there, and I said, I can't take this anymore. It's better not to. I just can't take it. So that's the first time, a young child. I In my mind, I spoke. Nobody knows about this. I spoke to God and I said, "You, it's better you take me away. I can't take this anymore. It's too much." So actually, I had given up. Uh, that was the turning point. Maybe God heard my prayers, but didn't fulfill it. Something else happened, which I'll tell you. That was the turning point. I sat there and I gave up. It was too much. It was like my whole body was on fire, and we couldn't do anything. If I put the ointment, it would burn even more. So we didn't know what to do. So that was the day when I gave up, and I left it to God, and I said, "It's in your hands. I cannot take this anymore." Now, friends, in my next video, as I said, this is video 5, video 6, I will tell you what happened, and that was the turning point in my life with regard to psoriasis. So that's all in this particular video. Please take care. Lots of love and regards to all of you, and all those who are having this particular condition of psoriasis. Don't lose hope. I'm sharing this story only because that we should not lose hope. There is hope. I have survived for 34 years, and today I have a good family, and I'm speaking to you. You can do it, especially young children of the age of, youngsters, young children coping with this ailment. You can do it. You can make it in life. Thank you.